Hello everyone, welcome to Desi Z podcast, and we have our amazing guest Anusha Fawaz with us, an inspiring artist. So please Anusha, introduce yourself.
So पहले तो thank you so much for having me and introduction में तो यही होगा कि I run the page Nusha Serendipity on both YouTube and Instagram. So yeah.
So Anusha, what inspired you to start your Instagram and YouTube pages, and and how do you navigate the intersection between these two mediums?
Yeah, I just started off with YouTube and Instagram, mostly from Instagram. I just really enjoy art and I wanted other people to know why it's so important to me. And I realized कि हमारी generation में काफ़ी ज़्यादा लोगों के पास hobbies वगैरह generally इतनी नहीं होती हैं. They just spend time scrolling on their phones. And I realized that maybe if I make art accessible to them, then maybe I can inspire them in some way that they can learn this hobby as well. And then I just generally found that if I post on Instagram as well, then I could try and explore YouTube as well. So मैंने उसको भी try करने का सोचा, and then I just started off with it. Yeah.
So Nusha, what challenges have you faced in building your online presence as an artist, and how do you use platforms like Instagram and YouTube to showcase your work?
I think generally challenges include the algorithm itself. There's a lot of consistency that is needed to get a better reach on Instagram and even on YouTube. तो मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज ये था कि यूनिवर्सिटी को किस तरह मैनेज करना है, मेरी और बहुत सारी कमिटमेंट्स होती हैं, उसको किस तरह मैनेज करना है, एंड देन दिस इज लाइक कंटेंट को अगर मैनेज करना है तो वो मैं किस तरह करूँगी. तो आई थिंक टाइम मैनेजमेंट मेरे लिए बहुत क्रूशियल होता है, टाइम निकालना कंटेंट के लिए, बिकॉज at the end of the day sometimes I'd have to sacrifice my content that I'm posting on YouTube just so I can make time for my other commitments. तो ये generally था. And जहाँ से बात आती है कि how I'm using these platforms, so I generally use Instagram for more closer interactions with people and also for just running my business वगैरह, जिसमें if anyone wants a commission then they can just text me on Instagram and stuff. But YouTube पे मैं ज़्यादातर longer content वगैरह, YouTube shorts वगैरह में different tutorials वगैरह, reviews वगैरह post करती हूँ. So that's how I use them.
So how does digital art like animation influence your creative process?
Yeah, if I want to get into digital art, I would firstly just draw it traditionally. मेरे लिए हमेशा the basis for any of my digital artwork would first be traditional art. So I'm comfortable using a pencil, I'm comfortable using a sketchbook. Then I sketch out my ideas and then I digitalize them. So I'm using different softwares. And after that, if I feel like there's something lacking, something, more pop of color or something, if I'm using it on more illustrations, then I would obviously like to convert those traditional drawings into digital art and then moving towards animations. But I do, it's not a very, an area that I've explored a lot, like animation in particular, but it's something that I really like to get into.
So Anusha, what advice would you give to your fellow Gen Z artists aiming to establish themselves online based on your experiences, in building your presence both digitally and traditionally?
I think firstly, it's all about hard work. If you're passionate about anything in life, all you have to do is hard work, and planning is very important. This is something I am focusing on as well. Really planning out your content and really focusing on what you want to communicate to your customers and your audience in general. So whatever you are communicating should be of importance and value to your audience as well. And generally making your room and place on social media, उसमें सबसे important चीज़ ये है कि आप consistent रहें. So and persistence as well, because social media is very difficult. ये चीज़ मुझे अब आके realize हुई है, even like getting like different goals जैसे अगर मेरे हैं, for example getting monetized on YouTube and stuff, ये चीज़ बहुत persistence require करती है. So you can't just expect the next day after you post, right? So it's going to be a long journey. It's going to be there are going to be a lot of ups and downs. So इस चीज़ में persistence बहुत important है. तो generally यही advice मैं देना चाहूँगी.
Thank you so much, Anusha, for your time, and see you and hope to see you next time.